Frank Seravalli, TSN senior hockey reporter. Follow. Archive. Nashville, Tennessee. Patrik Laine skated off the ice Thursday night spewing a string of expletives. Deep down, Laine said he had a feeling his slump-busting strike was just a little too late when he finally got on the board with 51 seconds left in Game 4. That goal wiped away any pent-up frustration. He was hungry for more. Laine was furious about the missed call on Austin Watson in the closing seconds that prevented a glorious opportunity in the high slot for a man who doesn't miss much, even from that distance. Watson got a stick on Laine's glove at the precise moment of his release, potentially preventing a game-tying goal in waning seconds of regulation and changing the topic of conversation as the series shifts back to NASHVILLE. Laine called Game 4 a turning point in the series. The Jets are hoping his inconsequential late-game goal will be the turning point for their 44-goal scorer. "It's always nice to score," Laine said. "At least that goal gave us a chance to tie the game. But we just couldn't capitalize. Hopefully, it gives me more confidence for next game and hopefully I can maybe score a couple more." Laine, 20, was 51 seconds away from tying what would have been the longest goal drought of his career at 7 games. Even without a goal this series, there had been little room for criticism in Laine's game. He now has 8 points, including 3 goals, in his first 9 career Stanley Cup playoff games. More than that, he has played like a man possessed at times, on an unmistakable hunt for goal-horn glory. Laine put 17 shots on Pekka Rinne in a span of 8 periods before finally breaking through. "It's just that a young man who defines himself by goals, not points, shall ultimately be judged by them." He set up Dustin Byfuglien with one of the best assists of the season for the go-ahead goal in Game 3, yet shrugged it off. "They don't count, not the assists anyway," Laine told reporters in his native Finnish. Laine's words, more blunt than what he would say in English, reflect not just his hunger to score but also provide a peek into his view on how he best helps his team. Not every player is wired that way. It's why Jets coach Paul Maurice said he wasn't concerned about any potential frustration shown by Laine between goals. "Sometimes, frustration is a really good thing," Maurice said after Game 4. "It can drive you. Not all negative emotions are bad. He's had some really good looks. The seam pass from Kyle Connor is one he makes good on most times. I would expect him to have some frustration. We have lots of confidence he's going to break through." The numbers bore that out. Laine, a career 18% shooter, went 25 consecutive shots without scoring. That many would typically result in 4 goals. Laine is one of the NHL's streakiest scorers. Could that late goal spark a spree? Between his 2 7-game droughts this season, he had a stretch of 13 goals in 9 games. That type of run may be a little more difficult now that the Predators pursued a more buttoned-down approach in Game 4, a successful tack designed to slow down the track meet seen in the first 3 games of the series, and one that they could well employ again on Saturday night. Defense, Laine said, was the difference. They were playing tighter defense than they were in the past couple games. That was just hard to get into their zone. From Blake Wheeler to Connor Hellebuyck, the Jets vowed to not change their identity for Game 5, to take the same approach they had all season. "We can't let this affect our game," Hellebuyck said. "You know, we've just got to continue building, play the way we want to play." Wheeler said before Game 4 that it was a good thing that the Jets' young stars, Laine and 2 30-goal scorers in rookie Kyle Connor and Nikolai Ehlers, hadn't gotten on the board yet. It spoke to Winnipeg's depth. Ehlers and Connor have not scored all playoffs, let alone this series. Ehlers joked this week he was saving them for later. Clearly, the Jets have proven that they can win without those players producing goals. The climb will undoubtedly be steeper if they don't ultimately get them. They are hoping Laine is the catalyst for the rest of them. No one, maybe not even Alex Ovechkin, likes scoring as much as he does. Contact Frank Seravalli on Twitter, @Frank_Seravalli.